All right. Here we go. I'm a fucking mess, man. My hair's a fucking mess. I look like a fucking mess. Because I am a fucking mess. Let's talk about the fucking New Giants. Welcome. Is my mic working? Are we good? I hope I'm good, boys. Listen. I hope I'm sounding good. Do a quick test. Figure this fucking out. Give me a sec. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Seems like it's not picking up the microphone I want it to pick up. Whatever, man. Whatever. This is a rough setup I have here. I'm sorry. I'll fix this for next week. Regardless, this is my New York Giants post-game video. Week 1 loss to the Denver Broncos, 27-13. Final score. Let's talk about it. The New York Giants are an enigma to me. I don't understand them. I have been watching them for years, and it seems like no matter what, I will never fucking understand them. Why is this not picking up my mic? I don't fucking understand this fucking YouTube shit. Whatever. Listen. All right, I'm fucking pissed. And I'm going to let my emotions out. I try to sit down and be very rational and non-emotionless after a Giants game, but I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking pissed. The Giants come out and embarrass themselves against the Denver Broncos. This was a fucking terrible game. Awful. Let's talk about it. The reason why the Giants are an enigma is coming into this game, and I feel like everyone's main concern about the Giants was their offensive line. We believed in our defense. We believed in our weapons. And Daniel Jones, while we had some questions, we agreed that if we had good offensive line play, this offense should be good. And we were concerned about the offensive line. The offensive line was the only thing that was somewhat decent this game. Okay? I'm going to start with the defense. Fucking pitiful. Awful. I don't understand this. The Giants cannot have any consistency. I think back to years where their offense is good and their defense sucks. Next year, their defense is good, offense sucks. Then offense is good, defense sucks. It just seems like they can never be on the same fucking page. And the offense was not good here. I'll talk about that in a second. But I blame 75% of this game on the defense. They were missing tackles. Yards after catch were awful. They were giving the Broncos so many extra yards. They let the Broncos control the clock. And that is ultimately the team that controlled the clock would win this game. And that ultimately ended up being the Broncos. Because our team, every third down, I'd watch them. And I'd say, when we just got to get off here. All we got to do is get off here. Whether it was get off and have them punt or get off and have them kick a field goal. Something. No. Either, I don't know what is our defensive scheme. Patrick Graham's defensive scheme this game was fucking terrible. Why are we playing such soft zone? We should be playing much stricter man-to-man with the talent that we have. On paper, our secondary should be top 5. Our secondary looked like they were bottom 5. Awful. Bradbury had a bad game. Blake Martinez had a couple good plays in the beginning, but a couple really bad plays as well, especially with tackling, which should be his crutch. I mean, players missing their reads. Making me fucking sick over here. This is terrible. Awful. Defensively, awful. Okay? They would get pressure on Teddy Bridgewater, but could never finish the job. Every fucking time. They'd be in his face. Conversion. They finally stopped him on 3rd down, and guess what? Let him get it on 4th down. Fucking embarrassing. Awful. Run defense was pretty decent until it wasn't. And I don't think that is a statement on our run defense. I think our run defense is still good. I just think that, you're going to tire your defense. Eventually, they're going to get one on you. And that Melvin Gordon run was just the whole game was building up to that, obviously. But awful, fucking awful defense. I do not know if our defense looks like this. I mean, this season's over. Our season is entirely dependent on the defense holding up. And I don't understand. The Broncos, while they have some weapons, they use their tight ends fucking killed us, right? Teddy Bridgewater had a good game. Their O-line played well. I mean, we play better offenses than this. I mean, we got to play the Cowboys twice a year. We got to play the Chiefs, the Buccaneers. We have to play the Saints. The Chargers. This is going to be a long year. The Rams. I mean, this is going to be a long. This is what our defense is going to look like. We're in for a long fucking year. And I know it's only week 1. Okay. But this is concerning. I mean, this was our worst game since the 49ers game last year. And it might even in some ways, I don't know if you can get worse than that, but it's pretty fucking bad. Especially, in that game, we didn't have Barkley. We didn't have Gallaudet. And I'll get to the offense in just a second. But I won't talk about the coaching. I have been a Joe Judge believer and supporter, and that has not changed yet. That has not changed from one game. But, I mean, his challenge on that fucking touchdown, how are you going to be the coach and not know the rules? I even know that. You cannot challenge a touchdown. Those are any scoring play. Those are automatically reviewed. Waste of timeout. Now, that ended up not costing us the game. But still, you're a fucking head coach. You should fucking know that. All right? Okay, let's get to the offense. So the offensive line, they weren't incredible. And I still think they're a big question mark, but they played a lot better than I thought I did. They did do a lot of rotations, and it actually seemed to work in this case. Nate Solder gave up a sack early on, and some other players, didn't necessarily play great. But I thought as a whole, especially in pass protection, which was the thing we were not worried about run blocking, and their run blocking wasn't great. But Barkley's coming back from injury. I'll lay off a little bit on that. If Barkley's not back in a couple of weeks, then we're going to have a fucking problem. Okay. I'll even give him, we have a short week this week by the Falcons game. You know what? Even then I might give him, I think we play the Saints after the Falcons, right? I'm pretty sure. Or maybe the Cowboys. I don't remember, but I'll give him the week 4. And he needs to be back to his normal self or else we're going to have a fucking problem. Whatever. He has the LCL too. I'm not going to be too harsh on him. But regardless of that, the run blocking was not great, which is weird because we thought the run blocking would be whatever. Pass blocking was actually pretty good, and they gave Daniel Jones time. And I guess we'll talk about Daniel Jones. I will say on offense, let's talk about the bright spot on offense. I think Sterling Shepard had a great game. Sterling Shepard still to this day is probably my favorite offensive player on the Giants offense, and you might be surprised by that because what about Saquon? What about Kenny Gallaudet? And we'll see with Kenny Gallaudet. I thought he had a good game near the end. His talent is unquestionable. I mean, he was making contested catches and diving catches. His talent, no question there. The dude's fucking talented, and I'm glad we have him. But if our team holistically is going to play like this, there's a reason why he was in the Lions, and the Lions sucked. He's not going to carry the team. But he, no questions that he has the talent. So that's good to confirm that. But Shepard was definitely a bright spot. He did the touchdown, of course. The only one touchdown that mattered. I like Shepard a lot. And I think generally speaking, what makes Shepard so good, and I think Shepard's going to have a great year this year, is you're going to have, when Ingram comes back, you're going to have Evan Ingram to guard, you have Saquon Barkley to guard, you have Kenny Gallaudet to guard, if Kadarius Toney starts opening shut up, you're going to have him to guard, and that's just Slayton, whatever, to guard. That's going to open up Shepard. No doubt about that. So that's good. Slayton's got to get his shit together. And he had one drop that wasn't his fault. One pass drop that wasn't his fault. But most of his drops in this game were his fault. And he's been dropping the ball. His drops last year were terrible. He had a bad drop in the preseason. I mean, the dude's got to fucking stop dropping balls. Simple as that. But Daniel Jones, listen. I have excused Daniel Jones for years now. And you can say, Daniel Jones looked good, but this one play or these two play doesn't matter. We're done. This is make or break for Daniel Jones. And he, in this game, didn't have the amount of opportunities I wish he had because of our fucking awful defense. But the dude's going to learn how to fucking slide. I mean, that fumble lost us I mean, that didn't, I don't know if that single-handedly lost us the game. I even think without that, we still probably would have lost. But, that's what Daniel Jones' career has been. You see flashes of brilliance. He had some, overall, Daniel Jones had a pretty all right game. I thought he actually had a good game, all things considering. But then he makes boneheaded throws. He made a few of them in the red zone. One that should have been picked off. And he just fumbled the ball. Like Daniel Jones, like he just cannot learn. Like he just is incapable of learning. Like he is incapable of it. And I don't fucking know. I don't get it. I mean, how do you get through that skull of his? How do you not know how to fucking slide and not fun? It's just, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If we lost in this game, I would have come out thinking our offensive line would have struggled and our offense would have struggled, which I guess they did overall. Not the offensive line as much, but the offensive line played pretty well, all things considering, especially against this good Broncos defense. We'll see how they do against Washington on Thursday. It's gonna be fucking. That might be saying different things after that. But I mean, just I don't know. I mean, just feels like every goddamn year, but following maybe I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted, man. Like I don't want to defend this team anymore, man. I mean, they're fucking, listen, week 1, there's 17 weeks. We'll see. But I thought Denver Broncos, was one of our easier games. We have Washington and Atlanta coming up. I think those are winnable. But, New Orleans is not looking winnable. Dallas is not looking winnable. LA is not looking winnable. You have, obviously, I never thought the Buccaneers or Chiefs would be winnable. Chargers not looking winnable. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm done sitting here and waiting for them to be good, and if they suck this year, it's going to be rebuild time and we're going to have to wait. Everyone's gone. We're going to have to wait 3 or 4 years to have a chance, and we'll fucking be lucky to have a chance because it seems like no matter who we have here, we get rid of fucking Janoris Jenkins and Landon Collins. And I mean, Jabril Peppers had a terrible game. Awful game. Jabril Peppers had an awful game. Bradbury, awful game. And it's crazy because I really thought our secondary, and we'll see, it's only week 1, but I really thought they were going to be consistently good because it only got better with Adoree Jackson, with getting Xavier McKinney back. And I don't get it, man. I do not get it. We couldn't finish plays. We couldn't tackle. We couldn't get off the fucking field. And we just gave Denver the time of possession, and they just fucking owned us. And yeah, man, I'm just done losing, man. I'm done fucking losing. I'm fucking sick of it. And if this team doesn't get their fucking shit together, we're going to have a fucking problem. Do you understand me? Unbelievable. I will root for this team every week until the fucking day I die. Okay? Don't get that mistaken. Okay, I fucking love the New York Giants. I'll root for them till the day I'm in the fucking grave. And even then, I'll still be fucking rooting for them. But you will not miss me saying this team better get their fucking shit together, or else we're going to have a problem. We'll see how they do Thursday. We'll see. I mean, I don't know what their game plan was defensively, but Washington, now with Fitzpatrick hurt, he might be out. We'll see on that. But offensively, Washington scares me less than Denver. Denver doesn't scare me that much offensively either, but apparently they should have. But yeah, I'm out of here. Who fucking knows? I thought this was a winnable game. And if we kept it close, there's no such thing as moral victories. I'm not going to be a Cowboys fans. Oh, we look fucking good. We fucking lost. Okay. And if we lost by 2, 3, I would have been pissed, obviously. I'm not going to take moral victories. But this is the most demoralizing loss we've had since the 49ers loss. And after that, we did turn it around. And we really didn't have that bad of a loss the rest of the year. Maybe the Cardinals or Ravens, but that wasn't nearly as bad. But those were pretty rough. But we'll fucking see. We'll fucking see. But we better fucking start winning. We better, because I don't know how much more I can take. I'll always be a fan of the day I die, but it's getting hard for me to be passionate about this team. It's getting hard. They make it fucking hard. And if they don't get their shit together, well, we're going to have a fucking problem. I'm out of here. Go Giants. Get your fucking shit together. Unbelievable. It feels like they're my kid and I caught them shoplifting or something. Disappointed.